I keep getting questions on why I'm so keen on our good Mr. Swine Repellent. And I'll come clean for you. I'll come clean for you on why I'm so keen on Mr. Swine Repellent. Now, do I think he's a particularly good person? No, obviously I don't. Do I think that he does particularly good audits? No. No, I don't. There's very little redeeming in him. What I like about Swine Repellent, I don't even watch his live streams anymore. I'm pretty much done with that. If he ever does auditing again, I might show up and watch, see the train wreck. But what I like about Swine Repellent is that he's forcing auditors to draw a very painful distinction. And I don't think people are going to be able to do it logically. I don't believe there is a substantive logical difference in what he's doing and what they're doing. Because we have all seen auditors trespass. We've all seen it. We've seen auditors trespass and get lauded as heroes for doing it. We've seen auditors throw fits until they get detained. We've seen there's a whole r/am I detained Reddit because of auditors and people like auditors, soft sits and things like that. What he's doing is nothing new. What he's doing is very common. The one difference that he made is that he called the police, and everybody just wants to be so morally outraged about that. I don't get morally outraged, but what I do like is I do like to look at the logic of it. What auditors are looking for, whether they want to be honest with themselves or not, and what their audiences are looking for, again, whether they want to be honest with themselves or not, is they're looking for that police interaction. And there are very few people who I would believe if they told me they weren't looking for that. Because once somebody throws out one of these videos where somebody gets arrested, oh my God, it's the jackpot. Swine Repellent and Nomenesio. I mean, they went from nobodies to somebodies in one day. Bada boom, bada bing, overnight e-celebs. I mean, he only has like 900 subs. So I guess he's not really an e-celeb, but you understand what I'm saying. He has name recognition now. He has Black Label Cop Watch, the fat parasite himself, in his chats. It is Nomenesio. He's got names. I've seen other names in there. I think he was on Black Label Cop Watch. I'm not sure. I don't watch Black Label Cop Watch because Black Label Cop Watch is again. Look at this. We got Chi-Town Sue. We got Desert Sentinel. We got Gemini, Ohio Guardian 2. I mean, we got he's a household name for one arrest, and you can't tell me that that's not about police contact. That's what they're looking for, is police contact. Police contact, police contact, police contact. That's what they're looking for. Audiences and everything. That's what they're looking for. And there is very little practical difference between making an ass out of yourself and hanging around a spot for an hour trying to get the police to come out and investigate, trying to get the police to check you out, maybe get the security guard to come over and see what's up because you've been, how does News Now Houston say, something about, make a scene, swear, cuss, holler, piss in public in order to get people to come over and ask why you're filming. There's almost no, as far as I'm concerned, there is no practical difference between that and calling the police. As long as you don't lie to the police, as long as you don't abuse 911. Like if you just call the non-emergency number and say, hey, yeah, there's two guys filming wearing masks and they're they're at this particular location. If you don't lie and if you don't abuse 911, what the problem is. What the problem is. The only difference is that you up your chance of police interaction. Not to 100%, but you do up it. I mean, if you make a big enough ass out of yourself, you can up it to 100% without calling the police on yourself. People are like, oh, I'm so shocked. You could have gotten Nomenesio. You could have got him. Oh, it was James Freeman. I mean, there's Bunny Boots. I mean, it's celebrity town in here. You could have got Nomenesio arrested or shot or hurt or something like that, and you got him arrested. Well, yeah. Again, what's the practical difference between doing that and just being a general asshat? There is none. There's literally no practical difference other than the odds of getting that police interaction that everybody's looking for. I've been consistent. He's not smart, but he's not wrong. He knew. I mean, we've all known that what we're looking for, we being the community and auditors in general, hashtag not all. Obviously, I'm not looking for it. But what this community is looking for is police interaction. And I think police interaction or lack thereof is why people keep telling me that my audits aren't audits. I filmed the inside of a post office. Oh, well, you had permission. It's not an audit. Oh, because I asked the guy if I can come in and film inside of a... So if you don't get permission, then it's somehow an audit. I don't even get it. And again, what's the practical difference between saying, hey, can I film, and starting to film and seeing if they say no? Very little practical difference. I filmed the jail. I had a police officer, sheriff, staring at me the whole time, or for a good while, like 5 minutes. I filmed the police station and a post office together. I mean, I've done all these things, but they're not real audits. No. Why aren't they real audits? They're not real audits because people realize that I'm not looking for the police interaction. It's not a real audit because I'm not looking for the police interaction. Name one other difference between what I do and what other people do. Well, you're not there for as long. Well, I've been on audits for like a half hour. I'm not there for long enough for it to be a real audit because I'm not there long enough to force police interaction. Oh, you're not filming the right spots. You got to film the building. Why? You've seen a building before. You can see the building on Google Maps. Why does it have to be filming the building? Because that might draw the police interaction. Everything all these people say, it's all about police interaction. And so their fake moral outrage over swine repellent, I'm assuming part of it is they're upset that he figured out a way to guarantee police interaction, or at least increase the odds exponentially of police interaction. Or maybe it's because he's exposing the dirty underside of auditing, that it is all about the police interaction. Anyway, you slice it, though, I love it because I'm not a huge fan of auditing in general, at least not the way it's done now. The way it's done, like with Jeff Gray, love it. The way it's done with Desert Sentinel, love it. I like Bunny Boots and Men in Black, too, because they don't create havoc. They just go out and they just film. It's all nice and easy. They're not necessarily looking for the police interaction, unless I completely misjudge them. I do find it interesting, though, that he calls himself swine repellent, thinking that he somehow drives the police away. Obviously, he doesn't if his criminal record is anything to go by. But he identifies with swine. He does the thing. He identifies as the swine in swine repellent. I think that's interesting. I'm not a psychologist, but I still think that's interesting. He thinks of himself as a pig. Not as a cop, as a pig. I think he chose, I think he identifies as the swine. And I think he chose the name swine repellent because he identifies as the swine, and he thinks that the community will identify with the name swine repellent. But I'm not a psychologist. Yeah, that's why I'm more or less keen on swine repellent. He doesn't do good audits. I mean, they were hilarious, but it's Keystone Cop style of hilarious. He doesn't. I mean, I haven't seen him ban anybody, so I appreciate that. That shows more. I mean, people say that he's not really into the First Amendment, but he hasn't banned anybody that I've seen. And I trolled him pretty hard. So, but he's not really my cup of tea. Now, I'm not suggesting at all that anybody else unsubs. I just don't have any interest in. I've always maintained I don't have interest in live streams. I don't have time to watch them really. And yeah. Quite the A-list of celebrities, though, he's gathered. If it's not all about the train wreck, if it's not all about the interaction, if it's not all about the drama and the contact, could have fooled me.